Hey y'all, this is just a little farm tidbit, a little bit of hopefully helpful information. Got my baby sleeping on my back. Just finished up with chores, feeding the chickens and the pigs, and I just wanted to share a couple things I'm doing to minimize feed costs for the chickens and the pigs. Obviously, cows don't need to be fed, so they're awesome. You can just move them to fresh grass and they eat your grass and you don't have to mow. So they're a really nice addition to the farm. My husband takes care of those. But at the house, I've got pigs and chickens that I take care of every day. And I noticed the other day that my chickens were eating the elderberries off of my elderberry bushes. Only the ripe ones. They only like the ripe ones. They don't like the green berries. And right now, the elderberries are going ripe, which is normal for August. And I don't know if you can see behind me, there's some green ones there. And so they like the really, really dark red ones. And I noticed them jumping up to get them, as high as they could. So I started breaking off the ones that were ripe and throwing them into my chicken fence, and they loved them. And they ate them really, really well, and I noticed that their poop was like a darker color, like a purplyish blue color, which looks like some of the wild bird poop I've seen, and I've seen the wild birds eat the elderberries, and I've been monitoring them for over a week now, eating the elderberries. I just throw them, the whole stem with the ripe ones on it into their pen, and they just love it. And they've been fine. They've processed it fine. They're still laying eggs, and I don't know if any of y'all out there are aware but elderberries have a very good, like an immunity booster. They help you, like if you have a cold like me right now. So I don't know if that will help their eggs have immunity in them when I eat their eggs. So I do make elderberry syrup from the berries, but that's labor intensive. But to just pull them off of the branches and throw them into the chicken pen, that helps to minimize feed costs, because I've been feeding them less feed this week because I've been giving them elderberries to eat. So that's just, a little thing that I wanted to throw out there if anybody wanted to think about giving their chickens some elderberries to eat and lessen your feed cost this month while elderberries are going ripe. They are wild, so you'll find them like growing along the roadside if you just look for them. Before August, before they turn to a berry, they have a white flower, so that's kind of easier to see if you're driving around, and you may see them on the road, and then you could keep an eye on them as they go ripe, and you could harvest some for your chickens and just throw them in on the stem to your chickens, and then eat their eggs, and you'll get the immunity boosting properties through the eggs. I don't know if that's true or not, but I tend to think that's the way it works. I don't know. And then I wanted to say the other thing that I'm doing to minimize pig feed cost, which is probably, I don't know, you may want to turn it off if you are not a farmer and you don't like gross stuff, but I hatch my own chickens, and so, I'm trying to breed my own meat bird, so when my roosters get to breeding age, I see, who makes the cut or not, if you know what I mean. Because I only want certain roosters, and I don't want a bunch of roosters because I want eggs, but I do want some roosters for breeding purposes, but I only want certain ones. So the roosters that I want to get rid of, I will take them over here to my kill cone, and I just do a quick slit on either side of their throat. They bleed out within a minute. I'll just kind of show you right here. And I just take them out of the pen over here, kill them. I don't have to pluck them. I don't have to cook them. I don't have to do anything. And these you wouldn't want to eat anyways. So, but yeah, hope you've got the point yet. I throw them to the pigs. So like you can see, I have mostly hens now, because any of the little cockerels, roosters, young roosters are called cockerels, any of the little ones that I don't want for meat, I don't want them for breeding, I just put them out of their misery real quick, toss them in with everything on them, the feathers, the heads, and everything into the pig pen. I have 2 pigs in there right now. They're actually both gilts, young females. One has had a litter before, and the other one's just really young, kind of piglet size still. And I threw them 3 cockerels just a few minutes ago, and they're over there working on them. They get the feathers off. They eat every last bit of that rooster, and then they will poop, and it will go down into the ground, and none of that nutrients is lost from the farm. I then have less chickens to feed, and I don't feed any pig feed today because they got 3 roosters, and they absolutely love it. They just eat it up, and I feed organic feed. The chickens have been eating organic feed and the grass and the bugs and all the good things on the farm. Kill them, toss them to the pigs. The pigs eat the chicken. I don't have to worry about selling roosters because nobody really wants to buy a rooster. So yeah, that's just something that I do here on my farm to minimize pig feed costs and chicken feed costs, is I'm feeding the wild growing elderberries to the chickens, and then any unwanted roosters I'm killing and throwing to the pigs. So yeah, just a couple little things. I don't know if you want to see some of my asparagus. I showed it the other day. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming out right now.